What if I told you that something big is happening behind closed doors in the Bay Area? Something the Golden State Warriors did not want you to know about. And now the leaks are starting to surface? Warriors fans, this is not just another rumor floating around social media. This is the kind of update that makes front offices nervous, that makes rival executives pick up the phone, and that makes the entire NBA pause for a second and say, wait, what? Because according to multiple whispers coming out of the organization, there are secret trade discussions happening right now involving the Golden State Warriors. And the biggest twist of all? Stephen Curry might be pushing for a specific name. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just management exploring options. This isn't just a routine front office call to check availability. This feels different. This feels urgent. This feels personal. And when Steph Curry gets personally involved, history tells us something major usually follows. Let's slow this down for a second. The Warriors are at a crossroads. They're not rebuilding. That's off the table. They're not tanking. That's impossible with Steph on the roster. But they're also not fully dominant like they were during the dynasty years. They're stuck in that dangerous middle ground, competitive but not feared. And Steph? He doesn't want competitive. He wants one more ring. Inside the organization, there's growing belief that Curry has made it clear. If we're going to maximize the final years of my prime, we cannot waste time developing projects. We need impact. We need experience. We need another reliable star. Now here's where things start getting interesting. League insiders are whispering that Golden State has quietly called multiple teams about veteran scorers and two-way wings. They've explored front-court upgrades. They've even inquired about a stretch big who could open the floor and protect the rim, something the Warriors have lacked consistently. But the real shock? The player Steph reportedly prefers isn't just a random name. It's someone he respects deeply. Someone who fits the Warriors' motion offense, someone who doesn't need the ball every possession, someone who can defend at a high level in playoff moments. And here's the detail that's blowing this up. Steph has reportedly communicated, indirectly but clearly, that he believes this player is the missing piece. When your franchise icon says that, front offices listen.
Steph knows this. He has felt the double teams. He has felt the physical playoff traps. He has felt the pressure of being the only consistent offensive engine in crunch time. And if he's pushing for a signing or trade target, it likely means he wants someone who can punish teams for overloading on him. Think about that strategically. If a reliable 20-point scorer joins this roster, someone comfortable playing off-ball, defenses can no longer trap Steph so aggressively. That opens lanes, that opens rhythm, that opens championships. But here's the tension. The Warriors' assets are limited. They can't just trade everything. They have to balance future flexibility with present urgency. That means young players could be included in discussions. Draft capital could be moved. Rotation pieces might be sacrificed. And that's where fans start to divide. Some believe the Warriors should protect the future. Others believe the future is right now. Because Steph Curry is 37 years old and still playing at an elite level. You don't waste that. Now imagine being in that front office meeting. Steph doesn't publicly demand anything. That's not his style. But behind closed doors, when he speaks, it carries weight. He has earned that voice. And reportedly, in recent conversations, he emphasized something very simple. We're close. We're not far. But we need one more reliable weapon. That line alone should send chills down Warriors fans' spines. Because close in the NBA is dangerous. Close doesn't win banners. Close gets you eliminated in the second round. And Curry knows time is not unlimited. Now, let's analyze what type of player he might be pushing for. It likely isn't a ball-dominant guard. That would disrupt the offense. It likely isn't a young developmental big. That doesn't help immediately. It's probably a seasoned wing or versatile forward. A player who can defend 2 through 4. A player who can hit open threes. A player who thrives in motion sets. a name that commands respect. And the moment this leaked, rival teams started monitoring the situation. Because if the Warriors are aggressive, the Western Conference shifts. You already have powerhouse teams stacking talent. You already have rising contenders. If Golden State lands another star-caliber contributor, suddenly they're not just a playoff team. They're a threat again. Now imagine Chase Center during a playoff game. Steph hits a three. Crowd explodes. And here's something people overlook. Curry has always elevated teammates. But he also understands basketball math. If defenses only fear one superstar, that superstar gets exhausted by May. He wants balance. He wants sustainability. He wants to enter a playoff series knowing he doesn't have to average 35 just to survive. And if this leak is accurate, it tells us something else. It tells us the Warriors are not satisfied. They are not content with nostalgia. They are not banking on internal improvement alone. They know the West is brutal. They know teams are younger, bigger, faster, so they're thinking bold. Now let's talk risk. If they pursue this target aggressively, it could cost a young asset fan's love. It could mean parting ways with someone who has potential, but hasn't fully blossomed yet. And that's the emotional side of basketball. Fans fall in love with development stories. But championships don't wait for development timelines. Steph's timeline is now. And when a franchise legend signals urgency, you respond. The other layer here is leadership. If Curry is advocating for someone specific, it likely means he's already visualized the chemistry. He's likely had conversations, maybe off-season workouts, maybe Olympic connections, maybe all-star interactions. These relationships matter. Superstars recruit differently now. It's subtle, it's strategic, it's not always public. And if Steph is quietly recruiting, that means he believes deeply in the fit. Now picture the headline if this trade becomes official. Warriors land veteran star at Curry's request. The league would explode. Critics would say Golden State is desperate.